Can you affirmatively say now that that is a rumor that has no basis with evidence?
Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to,
But it
if
wasn't
I have
just a
to
meme,
create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Blue, and we're back with another video yet again. This one is going to be very interesting. This one is from I had to post this literally right now because it's interesting breaking news. Trump and Vance are hit with criminal charges. It looks like they're somebody. I feel like it's the Haitian organization. I could be wrong. We'll see. This is from Brian Tyler Cohen. I used to watch him. I don't know for what, but I know I used to watch him for something. I'm not sure where he aligns with, but nonetheless, this definitely seems like it's going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and see what he's talking about.
Charges against Donald Trump and J.D. Vance for their lies that helped incite chaos as it relates to the Haitian community in Springfield, Ohio. The law firm overseeing the lawsuit has used a statute allowing private citizens to, quote, file an
Go ahead. Let's have a conversation about this. Go ahead and like this video so that more people can see it, so that we can have better conversations and more people that's putting in their input in regards to this issue. I don't want to hear, hey, like, oh, just deport the Haitians and stuff like that. I need genuine conversation of people that's actually thinking about this whole thing and not just taking two words and then saying stupid stuff. Y'all finna make me curse out of here. Like, let's be serious about this situation if we're gonna talk and not just say stupid crap. I know there's probably still somebody that's gonna say something stupid, but again, I will talk regardless of anything that's going on. But let's continue.
Affidavit charging the offense committed. The charges that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance face include the following: disrupting public service by causing widespread bomb and other threats that resulted in massive disruptions to the public services in Springfield, Ohio, making false alarms by knowingly causing alarm in the Springfield community by continuing to repeat lies that state and local officials have said were false, committing telecommunications harassment by spreading claims that they know to be false during the presidential debate, campaign rallies, nationally televised interviews, and social media, committing aggravated menacing and violation by knowingly making intimidating statements with the intent to abuse, threaten, or harass the recipients, including Trump's threats to deport immigrants who are here legally to Venezuela, a land they have never known, committing aggravated menacing by knowingly causing others to falsely believe that members of Springfield Haitians community would cause serious physical harm to the person or property of others in Springfield, and violating the prohibition against complicity by conspiring with one another and spreading vicious lies that caused innocent parties to be parties to their various crimes. The nonprofit is asking the court to affirm probable cause and to issue arrest warrants, which will require a hearing.
So interestingly enough, I was checking on a couple stuff because, you know, guys, I don't know the law completely. So aggravated menacing, no person shall knowingly cause another to believe that the offender will cause serious physical harm to the person or property of other person or other persons unborn or member of other person's immediate family. So that part against it. And again, we're just looking at what the charges are and if they actually committed these charges. No person shall knowingly cause another to believe that the offender will cause serious physical harm to persons or persons' property. They're clearly stating that the Haitians are going and eating people's cats. Again, all the YouTubers are going to say this, are going to say that, are going to say that this is just the left trying to trying to find another way to put Trump behind bars or give them a reason to not have people vote for Trump. You can definitely say that, but at the same time, they did this to themselves. They did this to themselves. Trump was just taking information and just running with it. J.D. Vance, he says that he went to his people of Ohio and saw what they were saying. Yo, based off of the videos that I posted before, you can clearly see that a lot of the white people that are there are just angry. What do people do when they're angry? They lie. What do women do when they're angry? They lie. So they can say, yeah, that's true, but where's the evidence that your cat is gone, that your cat is missing, that your cat is dead? Why, I know Charlie Kirk, he mentioned to somebody that, yeah, I've talked to the people and they said that they looked and they saw that their cat was being grilled. Would you not take pictures? Would you not try to bring it to the police? Where would you show this proof and stuff like that? Or are you just going to stay at a distance? Everybody has a smartphone, so don't tell me that you don't have a phone. And for anybody else that's had their cat stolen, where are they at? Why aren't they saying anything? But at the same time, the people in Ohio, they just want to be left alone. But if this is really an issue like everybody else that's been speaking up about it, then why aren't they saying anything in these town halls? With Vivek Ramaswamy, who's saying that they're taking their cats specifically in the town halls? They're saying that they're taking people's cats and pets, but they're not saying they took my pet. Here are the pictures of my pet. Where are those people that got their pet taken? Not somebody else. That's the proof that I need to really be like, okay, yes, this is what Haitians doing. So yes, as of right now, they're making people believe that they will cause harm to other people's property. I mean, yes, in a sense, one can argue, but this is a viable cause. I'll give them that. Let's see. Disrupting public service. It shall be unlawful for any person to knowingly, intentionally, or recklessly disrupt or interfere with the operations of any public school, public bus, or public school bus stop designated by local board. Again, because of this situation, this stirred up a whole bunch of hate. People can say that all the calls about the bomb threats and stuff like that was coming from Russia and stuff like that. But why would they come up with these bomb threats if people weren't already agitated because of the situation? So there's that. That's understandable. Aggravated menacing or brandishing. Menacing can also refer to displaying of deadly weapon in a threatening manner. This crime can sometimes be aggravated or menacing and brandishing. Okay, so I don't see no deadly weapons being used here unless they're referring to maybe the brandishing, but this doesn't seem like something. Threatening serious harm to another person, their family, or property is a misdemeanor in the first degree. Okay, so it's a misdemeanor. I guess that's the same thing. Why do they have the same law for the same thing? I couldn't find anything for compliance or complicity. Lord have mercy. But yeah, so far it seems like these charges can hold some weight into actually bringing it to court. Will they actually be charged and sent to jail for this? More than likely not. But the fact that this is happening, I really don't think it's because of the left doing this. And I know these YouTubers are gonna say stuff about this in all of their videos. The American YouTubers, as a Haitian American, you guys have to understand that you're attacking a whole different culture of people that's already been here in America and live in their ways. Yes, you're talking about a group of people that's outside, but because of how stupid Americans are, you're essentially to them talking about all of them. And that's what's happening. And you're affecting other people's livelihood. It's not their fault that they're here in America. It's the Democrats' fault. But you're stupid Americans that's far right and that's voting for Trump. They're not going to think that. They're thinking it's the Haitians' fault. So yes, no, this is a problem. This is really a problem. And the worst part is it's covering up the bigger problem, that there's issues with the clashing communities. But again, I've said this before in my other videos. This was news, so I just had to post this now. I have other videos where I'm talking about other stuff that's going to be coming later on.
Law firm said that the charges, quote, stem from the impact of Trump's and Vance's baseless fear-mongering that legal Haitian immigrants to the Ohio town are eating their neighbors' pets. Quote, the Haitian community is suffering in fear because of Trump and Vance's relentless, irresponsible, false alarms, and public services have been disrupted. Trump and Vance must be held accountable to the rule of law. Anyone else who wreaked havoc the way they have would be arrested by now. There's nothing special about Trump and Vance that entitles them to get away with what they have done and are doing. They think that they are above the law. They're not. Their case will be made exponentially more difficult considering J.D. Vance effectively admitted on air that he made up the story about migrants eating pets because he was just that desperate to shoehorn the narrative of immigration into the political zeitgeist.
Just once and for all, can you affirmatively say now that that is a rumor that has no basis with evidence?
Dana, the evidence is the first-hand account of my constituents who are telling me that this happened. And by the way, I've been trying to talk about the problems in Springfield for months, and the American media ignored it. There was a congressional hearing just last week of angel moms who lost children because Kamala Harris let criminal migrants into this country who then murdered their children. The American media totally ignored ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to,
But it
if
wasn't
I have
just a
to
meme,
create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana, because you guys are completely letting Kamala Harris coast. You had one interview.
Yeah,
with
he
her.
told on
You
himself
talk about
there.
pushing back against me, Dana. You didn't push back against the fact that she cast the deciding vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, which is why a lot of Americans can't afford food and housing.
You just said
we
that
ought
you're
to be
creating
talking
a
about
story.
public policy.
You just said that this is a story that you
Yes.
created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not
we are
accurate.
creating, we are, Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it. I didn't create 20,000 illegal migrants coming into Springfield thanks to Kamala Harris's policies. Her policies did that, but yes, we created the actual focus that allowed the American media to talk about this story.
And that is the problem. You're fabricating something that is baseless and bringing it out to the public. That's caused fear and panic in a lot of people in an area where that's not. I understand where you're coming from and what you were trying to do. The issues that's happening in Ohio wasn't being brought out regardless of all the seriousness that was happening. That doesn't mean that you fabricate something that was baseless so that you can get some attention, because now you've stirred up something that's once again overshadowing your purpose in doing all this. So you failed, and now these charges are coming up, which isn't going to be any better.
And the suffering caused by Kamala Harris's policies.
And this was made worse by the fact that a staffer of J.D. Vance actually called the Springfield city manager, Brian Heck, on September 9th prior to the debate and asked if there was any truth in rumors that Haitian immigrants were taking and eating pets in Springfield. Quote, he asked point blank, are the rumors true of pets being taken and eaten? Heck told the outlet. I told him no. There was no verifiable evidence or reports to show this was true. I told them these claims were baseless. Did that stop Donald Trump from saying this?
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Of course not. Trump did it anyway because even though the campaign knew that it was false,
This is foolish. This is like the whole thing was foolish. It literally happened the day before, and you're speaking heavily on it as though it is facts and didn't want to verify. That's not something that you can verify within a day. That was a foolish move for him to bring that up. Very foolish. As soon as I heard him say that they're bringing in the immigrants and they're eating the cats, I was like, this guy just messed this whole thing up. And ever since then, my views on them and him and JD Vance has slowly been dwindling. I mean, it's just going back to how it's been before 2016 and 2020. I'm still voting who I'm voting for right now, but I mean, you just.
the point was to perpetuate a certain narrative to help themselves politically. And what followed was death threats against Haitians, bomb threats against Haitians, property damage against Haitians, all because of a claim that these Republicans knew was a lie, that they were told was a lie, but they spread it anyway. They don't care whose lives they have to put in danger so long as they can derive some marginal political advantage from it. And the craziest part, Trump continues, after all of this, to repeat his claim to this day.
With 47 days until the election, former President Trump held a rally last night where he amplified false claims about immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, and promised to carry out the largest deportation in U.S. history.
47 days, less than 7 weeks out from Election Day, and the polls show that this race is still a dead heat nationally. Donald Trump holding a campaign rally on Long Island, New York yesterday. The former president telling his supporters he plans to visit Springfield, Ohio, after amplifying false claims that Haitian migrants in Springfield were eating neighborhood pets. Now, Springfield's mayor has warned against a visit from any candidate because the city has received at least 33 bomb threats.
The threats follow baseless claims about Haitian migrants in the city eating pets. There have been more than a dozen threats made to public schools, hospitals, and city services since the presidential debate on September 10th.
Do you think Springfield will ever be the same? I don't think. The fact is, and I'll say it now, you have to get him the hell out. You have to get him out. I'm sorry. To get him out. Can't have it. Can't have it.
This is 2020, 2016. Trump and his supporters that I recall, that I dislike, because they are talking about a group of people just so easily without really focusing on the root cause. But that's because they did a terrible job of stating the real issue, but instead had to dig into the emotions of these supporters in order to get them like really riled up. And it's unfortunate. And it's gonna work, but at the cost of the sanity of a group of people. That's not somebody that I would want to walk behind. So whatever.
It's terrible. It's terrible to say. And
he's not trying to fix anything. He's trying to entrench problems for his own personal benefit. Now, as for this lawsuit, I do want to be clear that the likelihood of it going anywhere is slim. It also remains to be seen whether citizen-led charges like this one in this jurisdiction have ever been used successfully. So I wouldn't hang my hat on Donald Trump and J.D. Vance being arrested as the result of this, but I do want to give props to the nonprofit that filed these charges, however futile they may be, and to say that they have shown more courage in a shorter time frame than the DOJ and many state prosecutors have shown in years. Trump's delay tactics notwithstanding, the fact that these prosecutions took so long to get off the ground after January 6th is a testament to the fear of Trump that has pervaded so many prosecutors' offices in this country. So even though this case is unlikely to succeed, the Haitian Bridge Alliance and the firm representing them deserve credit for recognizing that dangerous behavior shouldn't be ignored. If more prosecutors acted with the urgency of these groups, I can guarantee you that Trump wouldn't feel so emboldened to commit criminal activity with the ease that he does so right now.
Interesting stuff. Once again, that was Brian Tyler Cohen. The full video is going to be chopped a little bit. The full video is going to be in the description. But like I said, this is probably not going to get him locked up. Not that I want him to get locked up. Honestly, I just need an apology. If it was baseless, if it was really baseless and y'all jumped the gun, apologize. But that's going to affect a lot of his voters, so he's not going to apologize. That's just politics at the cost of people. That's how he won the first time. At the cost of people, at the cost of Haitians being in the whole country of Haiti that he mentioned before, and talking about the border and the immigrants before. That's just how he won. So he's going to do it again. I hate to see it, but whatever. And I know once this comes out, there's going to be plenty of YouTubers that's going to feel otherwise. Oh, this is the left that's doing this. And you see how they're just trying to find another charge on him and stuff like that. This can be a one-up for the left, yes. But is this their doing? I don't think so. You got to realize that this isn't an organization that is just an immigrant that just came over with TPS. This is an organization that's been around before Trump even was president, an organization amongst Haitians that's been in America and that has lived in America for a very long time. And you've upset that community. So yeah, if there's legal actions that can be taken for it, they're going to charge you for it. It's as simple as that. But the other YouTubers aren't going to see that. Maybe. We'll see. But y'all saw it here first. So like I said, go ahead and like this video so that more people can see and see what's going on. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Y'all have a good night.